laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Funpiecepodcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast.
Oh my god, that's so loud.
My name is Matt.
Oh, I can't accent. My name is Mike.
And also here is the Librarian, Sebastian.
I'm back again.
He's back again.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, I had to turn my volume down, Matt. You were so I could feel you inside me.
I watched my waveforms. They were quite large on my recording, but it's fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. This is a One Piece anime podcast. Mike and I are watching One Piece the anime for the first time. Sebastian has only read it.
Yeah, the novelization of the anime.
Yes.
But I have read all of it.
Yes.
Up to Wano.
All of it.
Up to Wano, which we
Guano?
have heard about.
Yeah, now I can say
they
that
name drop Wano.
Also, the historian's usually here. Historian will be back eventually. They're on their own private vacation ship, having a great time.
Yeah, Historian accrued an obscene amount of PTO that we didn't know was even an option. I don't even have sick time.
You've gotten time off the ship, Mike.
That's just because you pushed me off.
It's fine.
I gotta swim back.
You'll get more during the Mike hunt.
It's a good. I'm telling you, that Epstein Island, they're not going to need it for anything. We just have to stage it. It's fine.
That's fair.
Is that a bad joke? It is a bad joke, but
Might
I'm
be.
going to own it.
Sebastian, if you were to participate in the Mike hunt, what would be your peak hunting device?
How would you really get into the Mike hunt?
I think I would have a bear trap set up, and then I would just wait.
What if I said that's in the guidelines? There has to be non-violence and we can't.
I'll allow it.
Here's the thing.
We can't cause harm.
I've already
to Mike.
started. Somewhere there's a bear trap.
Somewhere there's a bear trap. We don't know where it is, but it's somewhere waiting.
What bait did you put in it?
Jeez, I should have a good. It's a little statue of Foxy.
Oh, there you go. That would work. I'd lose a hand. Oh man, I feel like I had a funny thing. I had a whole idea to talk about, but I don't. It's gone. Do you have anything funny to say?
I don't have anything funny, but I would previously on the Fun Piece podcast, Mike and I watched some episodes of Thriller Bark. In this one, we watched episodes 347 to 351.
How?
It's not funny, but it's just. And we also talked about Saltburn a lot.
Wait.
That's what happened last on the podcast.
I think we watched 348 to 340. Wait, did we watch 347?
We watched 347 to 351.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That
that's
is
true.
the truth.
347 is just not the episode I binge watched before recording.
Oh, you just watched a single episode and then binged the rest?
Yeah. I wanted to play video games.
Oh, should I be also giving you guys the chapters? Because I do have to look that up to...
if you want.
I believe it was 453 to 457.
Whoa, you're like a whole 100 in front of us.
Which,
so fast.
I was not here for the last recording, but I did have the opportunity today to listen to you guys talk about it while looking at the manga, and they don't really go in the same order.
Interesting.
Like, you guys talk about stuff that's like a chapter and a half away, and then from my perspective, are skipping over stuff that happens first in the manga. But then you get it. It all like works out.
They do jump around a lot when doing stuff.
And to be fair, that could also just be Mike and I's train of thought, because we get really like that time we talked about raw dogging the flan for like 10 minutes, but then it wasn't. It was probably 3 episodes away.
Is it possible that the novelization just isn't really true to the original?
It's a poor adaptation.
Because I remember reading the book adaptation of some Godzilla movies, and it didn't really match up.
But so I did want to ask, now that you have seen what you saw last week, and now that I'm here in the recording, do you understand why I asked what your favorite animal companion was during the filler episode?
Because there's so many little animal guys in this?
Because there's tons of them, and they're all little monsters.
I really liked that one cat. That one cat is still the fucking best.
That fucked up cat that walked by
one fucked up cat is really good. Risky Brothers also good. And I think I'm a Kumasi stan.
I fucking love Kumasi.
Made me giggle so much.
I hate this show, but I love this show because they give us so many fucking names and characters and shit, and I'm like, I make the judgment call in my own brain where I'm like, I'm not going to write the name of that thing down because I don't think it's going to exist in 2 episodes. And then Kumasi...
And then it becomes the most important thing ever.
Kumasi becomes like the fucking womb that holds Nami and Chopper and Usopp for like 4 episodes straight and just like carries them throughout the whole Thriller Bark adventure. And I'm just like, fucking, I love this stupid, awkward bear train conductor.
I know. You got Kumasi and his Kumusi.
I was going to go with Woomacy. He becomes a Woomacy.
His Woomacy? His
Woomacy.
His Bakusi?
Bakusi!
His Bakusi? His Spinusi? Because they unzip his spine. His... Anyway. He's got a lot of ussy. He's shaped like a bean. He's a big old bean bear.
Matt, did you have an existential crisis during these episodes when you realized that we're watching the best that One Piece is ever going to be? The second best that One Piece is ever going to be.
No, it's definitely the best. No, I didn't have an existential crisis. I did.
This is such a good arc. And, like, I got worried. I'm like, fuck. Is One Piece, like... I hope One Piece doesn't get more serious. I hope it... Like, I hope it continues the, like, we get Long Ring Long Land, and then we get a Water 7 Enies Lobby, and then we get a Thriller Bark, and then we get something serious, then we get something fucking insane, then serious, then insane. Like, I hope that pattern stays.
As it goes right now, it feels like it's going to continue the trend of, like, full-on shenanigans, deadly serious, full-on shenanigans, deadly serious, yeah.
It's such a nice, like, I love Luffy, fucking love Luffy.
Yeah.
Love Zoro, love Sanji. But when those 3 don't do anything and everybody else does stuff, I'm going to be honest, I like it 10 times more. And, like, the other stuff is good. It's just that when you have the other idiots doing stuff, it's so much better. Like, getting so much Usopp, Nami, and Chopper running around being, like, Scooby-Doo idiots, and then Frankie and Robin getting to be, like, the badasses. Really good. Really good. I'm not going to get my hopes up that it's not just going to turn into the Luffy, Zoro, Sanji show most of the time, but...
I think that's kind of the fun of it, though, is, like, how do they... I feel like we've talked about this. How did Oda subvert the, like, overpoweredness of Sanji, Zoro, Luffy? Like, what new shenanigan is he going to give up to us on a silver platter of being like, hey, there's these 3 overpowered motherfuckers, but look at this happen. Now they can't do their usual shit. And then, like, the suspense of an excitement as an audience member of being like, oh, shit, I can't wait until those three get back to themselves and then get to be able to do their shit. And then what happens in between that is just as exciting as well.
At this point, I'm actually like, I would be okay if those three were out the rest of the arc.
I mean, they probably will be. I don't know.
Like, I know they're going to wake up. They definitely, like, hint at it here. But
well, they're going to wake up, but they're not going to have their
shadows. Could you imagine if it was everybody else? I think they still have to form that mech.
They do still have to form a mech, because I saw that. I got spoiled by that.
So that's going to happen. It's fine. I'm just saying, it would be very interesting to see how the rest of the crew handles it. But it is like a cool thing where, like, unlike Dragon Ball, where Goku can just do everything, they need everybody else on the crew. Because, like, if they didn't have them, Luffy would be dead a lot.
I mean, we don't have to get into Dragon Ball because this is a One Piece podcast. But
it's
like,
it's a different thing.
But like Dragon Ball, they do kill off Goku. They do like create situations where Goku cannot.
That's true. That's true.
Participate.
Goku basically didn't do anything on Namek except fight Frieza and fuck up the Ginyu Force.
I think
this is One Piece podcast.
I think Oda either knows or like he either knows when people will get tired of seeing too much of the same character, or maybe he just gets tired of telling that same story because it constantly changes.
Yeah. I think that's how he's. I mean, from my limited One Piece perspective, because we've only watched 350 episodes, it's like it seems like. I mean, also Oda's been doing this for fucking 30 years, so I'm sure to not only keep the story fresh, but also keep like it exciting for him as a writer. I'm sure he's like, how do I make this more fun? So like he's constantly reinventing. I mean, it's kind of a similar structure where it's like something happened, inciting event, obstacles created, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy get, incapacitated. Everybody else has to figure out how to fix it, and then get Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy back into the mix. I mean, from my perspective, that's kind of been like
more. I think we get to spend a lot more time with characters.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot more focus put on the rest of the crew, which is really nice.
Well, yeah. We were talking before the recording started about each of our, like, favorite tropes, and mine is, like, the background characters who maybe get a name and one line. But I think that's also a perspective of coming from the end. Because, like you're saying now, where you've seen, Zoro and Sanji and Luffy for 300 episodes now. There's a lot of characters that you're gonna have 600 more episodes of.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see as we move forward as well, like how the crew stays fresh and exciting, because up until this point it's very much been like this big arc is happening, we're introducing a new crew member. And it's my understanding, because I've been spoiled on things, after Brook, we basically just get one more crew member, and that's like the fucking crew that they have, is they get fucking Jinbe.
And my guess is we don't get him until like episode 1000.
Yeah, that's my imagination, but I'm also like, how is he going to keep it fresh for another fucking 900 episodes?
I think the crew is just so good, is the thing. Like, they're all very... I don't want to say one-dimensional, because that's not true, but I feel like they all like fit a mold.
Yeah, we don't have to get into this either. We are getting kind of into Funaglyph territory, and I don't want to dive too into that, because in like 10 episodes of the podcast, we're going to have Funaglyph, and we're going to talk all about this again. But
you're right.
We are feeling. I feel like I feel like this is a very exciting slew of episodes, just because Brook had the turn. Brook has like reemerged as like, oh, he's gonna be on the crew, and he's
the lack of tension with Brook too is really good. There's no like, is he evil? He's just like 1,000% not.
No, he's not. He's just like, this is what we need to do, and this is what I'm doing.
How the fuck? Listen, you mother funners, how did you not talk about Brook? There's been no hype for Brook. Nobody is being like,
yeah,
Brook is fucking great.
No one's talked about Brook at all.
Like,
How do you feel about Brook, Sebastian?
I like him. I mean, there's like, I can't tell you.
Damn it.
yeah, and you haven't heard Brook sing, Sebastian.
Oh, it's true.
I haven't heard him talk either. I assume he
It's
sounds like Jeff Goldblum.
No, no.
I mean,
He sounds like an angel.
Oh.
That's a Dragon Ball reference.
Oh. That's just like a heavenly...
This voice actor also voices a character who is an angel whose he's just named after whiskey.
Yeah, his name's Weiss.
Weiss.
Oh.
Anyway, I would say he doesn't sound like Jeff Goldblum, but like if I were to like close my eyes and listen to Brook talk, I'm like, this is giving me Jeff Goldblum energy.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm just saying the words that he says could be said by Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. It's like you see Jeff Goldblum, he's like, oh, let me go over here, let me see.
Do you think Jeff Goldblum would just walk up to some... Never mind.
Anyway,
yeah,
Brook's great. I'm all in on Brook. He's a sword boy. Sorry, everyone. I like a sword boy. So sorry.
Sword boy.
He's a secret sword boy.
I'm excited to watch Big World again when I'm not under the influence of too many things and see what, like, have context for any of these. Because I didn't remember Chopper in that movie, or Sanji, or Brook. I really only remembered Frankie and Luffy and Nami.
Yeah, I think I'm excited. Once we get through Thriller Bark, we'll have the opportunity to be able to watch some like accessible One Piece movies for us, which is cool. So we can maybe do more of that on the podcast. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Or we can charge everybody $5.
Or we can charge everyone $5. Hey, if you would pay $5 to listen to us, to give you more One Piece content.
Mm-hmm. Paywall.
Send Mike an audio message.
If you pay us $10, Matt and I will wear different outfits. You can unlock new skins for the podcast. You can get British Matt and Mike. You can get Cockney Matt and Mike. You can get London Matt and Mike.
Wow, so much variety.
You can get Angel Sebastian.
Angel Sebastian. Speaking of angels, episode 347. I had like 3 different titles for this one. None of them were good, so I just wrote "See you next fall."
Nice.
They get better. They get better.
That's
they
good.
Get better.
I like that.
That's fine. My MVP for this was...
honk.
Oh, you were late on that one.
Honk. No, I was just waiting to interrupt you. It's been 48 episodes. It's been 48 episodes since we last saw our sweet summer child, Buggy the Clown. Buggy D
It's
Clown.
been 48 episodes since we've seen Buggy's lover, Foxy.
Man, imagine that love-making session. It'd be... Imagine the love-making session between those two.
I actually found Oda's secret vault, and I found the lost chapter that is just an entire chapter of them making love.
Man.
It's not sex. It's love-making.
Interesting.
It's really passionate. Like, he realized that if he let it out into the world, it would be too much for everyone. Everybody would be too aroused all the time.
Who's the
MVP?
Who's the MVP in that session of lovemaking?
We've had this conversation, but it's going to be a very similar answer, and it's everybody's balls.
Okay, we're moving.
Do you know like those things you put on like the office, like the desk, like the little pendulum balls?
Yeah.
That's basically the whole chapter.
It's just Buggy chopping.
My MVP for episode 347 was the one Perona zombie who is just a guy. There's just a bunch of fucked up animals, but one of them is just a guy.
a guy.
He doesn't even look like a zombie. He looks like just a guy hunched over.
Hell yeah. Nice. Nice. We pick up Frankie and Robin are sandwiched between Spider Monkey, Zombie, and the zombie generals behind them. And they're in trouble. They're gonna get fucked up. The Spider Monkey says that his webs are very strong, and
Thick webs.
they're thick webs, and they are unbreakable.
Unbreakable thick webs.
Just
Don Flamingo.
shooting ropes. That's what that Spider Monkey's doing. Taran, or whatever his name is. Ran.
Yeah. You notice he laughs like the count?
He
He goes like, ha, monkey. Like, that's his whole thing.
That's all he says.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That's it.
And other stuff. We see Dogwin, who is revealing that he's fueled by love. Lola comes in. Lola sexually assaults a sex predator, Absalom.
He's fueled by the unstoppable power of love.
Sorry, the unstoppable power of love.
Nothing can stop the unstoppable power of love.
Everything can stop the stoppable power of love.
Exactly. Those are two different things.
Lola tries to take out Nami, but Dogwin takes the hit for her. Absalom steals Nami, but she tases him with her climb attack.
Yes. Before that,
And-
Dogwin kicks an enormous flail in half, and I thought that was great. Like, he retained Sanji's powerful feet despite being in a zombie body.
You ever get kicked by a penguin?
Not once.
Same. I'm curious what it's like.
Do you think it's gentle?
I think it's like floppy.
Have you ever touched?
They got little
I
claws.
don't think they'd make it very high up you. Like, I don't know if they can jump the way that Sanji Penguin jumps, or Sanji Dogwin.
They could launch themselves out of the water.
Oh.
Just do a somersault kick.
If you got them backwards down like a ski jump.
Or if you were swimming in the water, and then
Or if I laid on the ground.
and the penguin came by.
Yeah.
And like,
Ooh, yeah.
I keep in my head. I want to say, and the penguin feet motorboats your face. It's like,
Like those like whole bath toys with like the paddle feet.
yeah. But it'd be like, I'd be like. I know you didn't hear that, but it's gonna
No,
come
I heard
through
it.
on the
I heard
recording.
I got you.
But like double.
Sounded two hams slapping.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absalom seems to think that getting electrocuted is what love is. He's like, I'm so tingly. What's the sensation? It must be love.
I said, yeah, he gets electrocuted and it makes him finish.
Yeah. Man, we are. I assume that happens in Saltburn.
It might. I don't know. I have to watch it again.
I have no idea what Saltburn is, and the way you describe it makes me not want to Google it.
It's a great film. Okay, there's a lot that happens. It's a great thriller of a film.
Before we get too far, I do want to remind you that this is not a Saltburn podcast.
This is not a Saltburn podcast. Basically, the
But
story.
it could be.
Some might
$5.
Some $5 it could be. They could say that the some might say that the takeaway from Saltburn is eat the rich.
Or fuck the
Fuck.
rich is great.
Anyway, I will say that the other thing I would add is Absalom grabs Nami and then turns invisible, and then as she's floating away, Usopp and Chopper shout, "Nami, you can fly! Awesome!"
Yeah.
And that was funny. But yeah, she fucking electrocutes him. He has a moment of lust.
Yep. He yells at the Perona zombies, and they ignore him and call him a pervert. And then he gets like scary, and then they do listen.
Yep.
Dogwin steps up, but gets fucking. He does. I don't know what Absalom's doing here, but he can like hand blast or something.
It's a finger blast. It's like a 6-power finger
he's-
blast. That's of course what it is.
Oh.
Right?
No, because that's a finger pistol where you get fingered.
He literally no, because there's a.
But he does a palm.
I don't know. I thought he did finger. I'd have to go back and watch.
No, he's definitely palming everybody because he lights people on fire later with it.
I don't know. Hey, Sebastian.
That's probably what hockey is.
What's it look like in the manga? Is it a 6-power blast or is it a hand blast?
This is definitely a force push.
Oh,
okay.
He's a Jedi. He's a Jedi.
He's a Jedi. He's
probably hockey. Hockey is probably just the force.
Yeah, he's probably Canadian.
There's good hockey and there's bad hockey. There's junior hockey. They bring in the tiny tot team, and then Absalom blasts them.
Anyway, whatever. I'm over it. We're moving on. Everyone's gonna die. Cowards are running.
Yep.
Usopp wants to split up. As
they trip, eat shit. Lola's chasing him.
Lola,
point, right?
Yeah, Lola's chasing them with 2 katanas.
Did we describe Lola?
We said she's basically like Miss Piggy.
Yeah, we said that, but she is visually, literally just warthog Miss Piggy, and she's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, and she's
wearing a bridal.
Yeah,
she's wearing a bridal gown, and she's a sword girl.
She has 2 katanas. She's ready to go.
Is Lola in one of your top? Is she in your top 10?
No, she's not.
Would she be in your top 10 sword people in One Piece?
No.
Wow.
Should I try to name my top 10 sword people right now?
Sexist.
I don't need to do that right now. I could try.
Yeah, we can. That might be a good one for a Funiglyph. We'll put that in the memory bank.
Or a filler.
By which I mean, you'll remember it. We can do best feet in One Piece. We can do best swords in One Piece. Best toes in One Piece.
I don't think we need to do anything feet related. I don't. Who's that for, Mike?
I can do a filler episode whenever I want.
Is that for you?
That is for Mike.
I can.
That's just for Mike, I guess. Do you need to?
I want to talk about them dogs. I want to talk about who would look the best with a hot dog between their toes.
That is that like an exercise or something?
What?
I don't know.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
That's the thing that I would guess a foot fetishist would want.
Like try to pick one up.
No
with your
shame.
Feet? I don't know.
I don't think we need to shame foot fetishists.
No,
it
not at all.
harmless.
Hey, if you like that, go for it. I'm just curious if that's like a physical therapy thing. It's like pick up the hot dog with your foot.
There's like those divider things you put in your toes when you're getting a mani-pedi.
A pedicure. Never mind. Anyway,
so
talk more about
Piece,
feet.
Yeah. Back to One Piece.
There's a One Piece.
Sebastian, if you can't hang,
this is a One Piece podcast.
This is what it is.
I
this is
was
all relevant.
supposed to ask the historian.
Like One Piece.
I was supposed to ask the historian how to get you guys back on the rails when you start talking about hot dogs in between people's toes.
We'll find our way.
Hey, everyone. If you don't,
much like Zoro always finds his way.
It's true. Everyone, everyone listening, if you want us to talk less about hot dogs being picked up by feet and more about One Piece, let us know by joining our Discord. The link is in the description. Yep.
And we reserve the right to ignore you.
Yeah.
This is our art.
But we
won't.
But we won't because we're friendly and we like talking about One Piece. Mike will.
You tell me not to talk about hot dogs between toes. It's just I'm gonna talk about the little hot dogs between toes. I'm gonna talk about big $5 footlong between toes. I'm gonna talk about bratwurst.
I'm just. It's a Subway sandwich.
Well, now you're talking about sausages between toes, which is totally different.
Hot dog's a sausage.
Is it?
Lola's chasing the cowards.
Usopp says, "Spread my ashes in the East Blue" because he thinks he's going to die.
Yep. Usopp and Chopper trip. She keeps going after Nami. Then they try to help Nami, and they start punching Lola a whole bunch. We cut back to Frankie and Robin.
Boom.
The monkey's like, "I've been watching you the whole time. I've seen everything. Ha, 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 ha." and Frankie and Robin kind of flirt a little bit here.
Oh my god.
Like,
I was watching this.
Oda knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, Oda knows exactly what he's doing. I was watching this, and Frankie's like, "All right, I'm gonna do something now." And Robin just looks over at Frankie and says, "Put on a good show." And I was like, they're in love. They are, or they should be, and I hope
they're actual adults who can have these feelings.
Yes, they're actual adults who are allowed to have these feelings because they're actual adults. Right, Sebastian?
The manga version, she says, "As you wish, I'll follow your lead."
Ah, love. True love.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
They,
This was crazy.
Frankie just shoots the bridge. And blows it up, and everyone goes falling down.
And then
Robin does her Cien Fleur wing, and her gross, nasty flesh wings form. And she flies them over, but she can only fly for 5 seconds.
It only lasts for 5 seconds. And they're made out of all her arms. It's so great. What are you talking about? This is awesome.
And
this is
oh
so
my god!
fucking cool.
The sound. Can you imagine the sound of that many arms flapping?
Yeah. Like so many bones.
It'd be like the.
It's just like. That's amazing. I love it. Oh,
Frankie's Spider-Man hooks onto the fucking like wall there, and then Robin just Mario jumps off of his head.
It's fucking shit like this that I want the live action to get to this point, because I'm like, I want to see these fucking nasty arm wings sprouting out of Robin's body.
I know. My god, the hand.
And
her power is going to be so...
I would give anything to be in that meeting where, like, the fucking head, like, the head of the studio's like, all right, animation team, I need you to do this. And then also there's, like, the sound effects team, and they're like, what the fuck does it sound like? And they're like, it's a bunch of arms growing out of a human and then turning into wings. Make it happen. And then, like, the subsequent meetings where they're like, what the fuck is this supposed to sound like? What is this?
Some like visual effects person who's like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what is happening?"
And Oda's just like, "Yeah, it's wings made of arms. Just do it."
He's like, "I don't know. She can make a lot of arms. It's fine." It's so fucking funny because not like 5 episodes ago was she Spider-Manning with her own arms.
Yeah, it's great. What else can she do? What else can she do?
She could have just made legs out of her legs.
Yeah.
It's so good.
We've only seen her do things with arms and eyes, and she hasn't done any other limbs, so I'm really excited for more limbs to be turned into weird shit. Like, they make the weird, like, mech, apparently, coming up in some episode for Thriller Bark, and I'm like, Robin could actually make herself into a mech.
She can make a big old flat. Did you ever play the video game Inside?
No.
At the end of that, spoilers for Inside, you basically turn into a big human blob, and that's what I imagine Robin's mech would look like. It's just like a big old blob with limbs sticking out and tiny little legs.
Oh.
Like, I would imagine like it's her regular legs, and then she just covers herself with limbs.
Yeah. She could like make like an arm like sphere around her body and then like run with it.
Are you willing to bet that the wrong Fun Piece community has not tackled the possibility of Robin sexually in a creative way?
I don't think in a creative way. I mean, I in passing have seen fan art of Robin where the through the formerly known as Twitter, the website of X has just given Robin just one extra appendage, and that's not very creative.
No.
It's like, come on, you could do some weird fucked up shit, artists. Let's make some fun stuff.
Disappointing. Give us a little bit of body horror. That's all we're asking for. The monkey is up.
Make a house made of arms, please.
But Frankie and Robin caught in the rain. What are they gonna do?
She can make an arm
Robin's
umbrella.
Like, don't worry, I got this. And she makes a little cabin out of her own arms.
She could, if fucking, in theory, so this is a theory I have. Could Robin make a boat out of her arms if she got thrown off of a ship towards the ocean? Could she make a boat out of arms and then maintain that?
Frankie is wearing a white shirt so she can see everything. He's embarrassed. He's still wearing a Speedo. She says, "Let me take that for you."
All right,
Hold on. What's the fanfic website? I got to do something.
Archive of Our Own, AO3.org.
I don't think she could make a boat of her own arms because I think that her touching water would like paralyze her.
Brook touches water when he literally runs across it.
He's wearing shoes.
Okay, she could wear gloves. I don't know.
Are you touching water if your shoes touch the water while you're running across it?
Fucking bullshit.
I don't make the rules. I don't understand the rules.
Hey,
that's just how they work.
If you want to chime in on the boat, the arm boat conversation, join the Discord. Link in the description.
I think it would be
Matt,
hard.
what do you call a flying? What?
I think it'd be hard for you to hold the water out. Like it'd be like holding water in your hand. It would just slip through.
You ever like cup water in both hands and then hold it against your belly?
What?
Maybe. Maybe she can. Maybe it's similar to the wings. Maybe she could only make an arm boat for 5 seconds.
Ooh. Then she has like a bunch of.
Because the arm wings had to be able to maintain wind resistance, so that was most likely air or water.
Luffy did turn himself into a turbine that one time.
He did turn into a turbine at one time.
The best part of this whole like wing and Frankie blowing up the bridge thing is that the Straw Hat crew does not do a lot of problem solving, but they do a lot of problem changing.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like a problem.
That's how I tackle my life.
It's a problem changing to a more manageable problem that they can fix.
Yeah. It's a problem that they make a larger problem that's everybody's problem, and it's a bigger problem for everybody else involved. Hey, Sebastian.
Yes.
What do you call a flying skeleton? What do you call a flying skeleton?
A flying skeleton. I don't know. What do you call it?
Airbone.
Doesn't he say cubone?
No, he says airbone.
Oh,
like airborne.
Oh, I thought he said cubone. That's what the subtitle said.
What?
Whatever, it's fine. I'm watching on Netflix.
Oh, that's probably like a different joke. Is that the joke in the manga?
The manga joke is bone because I'm a skeleton.
It's just bone instead of boom?
I guess. I don't know.
Because in the anime, he goes, "What do you call a flying skeleton?" Airborne, and then smash, like boom down. Yeah, my levels got big there.
Brook just falls from the sky and hits the ground just out of nowhere. We don't know where he came from, how he got that high in the air. He just flies down.
We'll find out.
Episode
348.
348. We achieved.
Hold up, Brook's packing heat.
Nice. We achieved in 40 minutes. We achieved recapping one episode. We're going
so good,
lightning fast.
MVP is Kumasi.
That's it.
Yep, that's the whole episode.
Usopp and Chopper are on
go.
They're like on top of Lola as she's continuing to chase Nami.
Yep,
trying to stop her. And then Lola corners Nami, and then immediately Nami just says that she's a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which then Lola goes,
Nami says, "I'm really into cross-dressing."
Yeah,
that's all this is. Her name is Namizo.
This is, of course, it was a different time. I don't know. This is a great plot device.
I don't know. I'd be curious if this, I couldn't tell if this was offensive or not.
Yeah, I couldn't either, but it felt weird.
What was Chopper's reaction in the anime?
He's just like, Nami's a man? That explains so much.
Yeah.
Like, that's why she does so many manly things.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
But I think we all know it's just because I think Chopper's just like terrified of Nami. I don't know what.
Yeah, he is. He's truly. I mean, Chopper's terrified of most people.
That's true.
Anyway, Lola immediately changes her tune and is just like, "Oh my goodness, we're best of friends now with Nami." So then Nami starts giving Lola terrible advice on how to deal with Absalom. Basically being like,
"No, you just knock him out and then force him to marry you."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "You're a zombie. You can do whatever you want. No laws."
Yeah. And Lola's like, "That's right. Oh, of course."
Zombie loophole.
So then Nami convinces Lola. She's basically like, "Hey, I dropped some treasure in the treasure room when I was looking at it. So can you just remind me where that is again?" And so Lola tells Nami where the treasure room is.
Connected to Perona's room.
Yep. So then Lola takes off to go take care of Absalom, and Nami's got money in the eyes, and then Usopp is very upset, being like, "I know what that look means."
Yeah, we get that joke like 3 times, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or joke, I don't know. We cut over to Luffy. He meets a big man. He's in a cage.
Mm-hmm.
Then we cut over to Perona. Like, that's literally all there is. There's just a big guy.
Coco Maria.
Coco Maria. We cut over to Perona, who only found food and like some cash, some like loose change on the Sunny. And she's disappointed. But then the Bat guy, whatever the fuck his name was, is like, "Hey, the boss wants the mysterious 3 to meet up."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then we cut back over to Luffy, who is fat shaming Coco Maria.
Yeah, Coco Maria looks like a Kingdom Hearts villain.
I'm like,
he's got that weird like sewed up stuff that like all like
he's built like a bowling pin. Coco Maria's lucky that all the other people working under him are interesting. Even Absalom, like, fuck that dude, but like, he's fun to hate.
I guess so. I feel like Absalom is also very like,
He's at least been present.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's the thing. And it's fun that everybody hates him.
Yeah. Yeah. like everyone.
It's very enjoyable that everyone is like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I like Hogback a lot.
Sure.
Because Shinri's there. And Perona's fine. I think it's funny. She just makes people depressed. Perona won me over with her whole like relationship with Kumasi. Like, that whole dynamic is very funny.
I did start to come around to Absalom because every time Perona talked to Kumasi, what would he say? He's like, Perona's...
He's like too strict or something.
Yeah, Perona's really harsh on Kumasi. I wrote it down later. Also, Sebastian, we know the real name, but his name's Coco Maria to us. So
no, I know. I caught up.
All right. Just wanted to clarify. We know the real name, listeners, but we're saying Coco Maria because it's a better name.
Yeah. Coco Maria at this point reveals that he plans to become king of the pirates, and Luffy's like, "The fuck?
Yep.
Did you say?" Cut back to Lola. She's still on the prowl.
Yes.
Usopp, Nami, and Chopper go up toward Perona's room, and then they see Absalom, so they book it, and Usopp's like, "Oh, I found a place to hide," and it's in Kumasi's Kumasi, and they just zip right in there. And this guy, as we've established, Perona does not care for his deep voice, so she yells at him every time he tries to talk.
Yeah.
And he's trying to... Kumasi is like literally just like a big bean-shaped teddy bear with a big ball hat and like a medical mask over his mouth. Mm-hmm. And the most bloodshot bug eyes, like huge, like not cute, like uncomfortable bloodshot real eyes on this bear. And he's trying to tell her that there are 3 people inside of him, but she won't let him talk.
Yeah. Like Perona, Absalom, everyone just keeps talking over him as he just keeps being like, and they're like, Kumasi, don't want to hear you talk. Absalom
comes up and is talking to him when the Bat guy comes and tells him that the humming swordsman is back.
Hildon.
What's his name? Hildon?
Hildon or Hildon.
Hilden Sweets. We cut back to Frankie and Robin, who see Brook's hole, and they say, "Well, it's pretty obvious who that is. We should probably go help him."
And then the spider monkey starts shooting ropes.
Yeah, he starts slopping his goop all over the place.
Yep. So what's the most logical thing for Frankie to do? He pulls out his giant pair of nunchucks.
And he's like, "Give me a minute. Just go distract the monkey. I got this." And Robin's like, "Okay." So she distracts him by, she notices his spinnerets are in his hands. So she slaps, on his one open eye. This is a big monkey. Huge monkey.
Huge monkey.
Monkey head, spider body, monkey hands on two of the legs. One goggled eye and then one open eye that she just makes a bunch of hands around and then slaps on the eyeball. And then he spinnerets his own eye.
Yep.
And then Frankie comes back out.
And he shoved his giant nunchucks inside of stone columns. And he's like,
I thought he was going to make something complicated. Big nunchucks. And then Frankie pounds that monkey.
He pounds that monkey while the monkey's trying to shoot ropes.
That monkey. That monkey's trying to shoot ropes while Frankie pounds it.
Yep.
The zombie generals are down. They're like, "Oh man, looks like Terroron's gotten fucked up. Let's go help." And as they all go one direction, did you see the Zorro zombie just goes the opposite direction?
Yeah, he gets lost.
Yeah, immediately. Robin gets very centrally webbed by a bunch of mice spiders.
Mm-hmm. The arachnids.
Yeah, there's I don't know. There's a weird. Then we hear the angelic voice of Brook doing the yo ho ho ho.
He sings his song.
Brew song.
Yo ho ho, yo ho ho ho.
Yeah, this fucking thing is catchy.
Yo ho ho. And then he's just like, "Let's go." And then he he fucking oh god, what did I write? I don't know.
He's just there all of a sudden. They're like, "How'd you get up there?" And he's like, "I'm so light, I can jump."
Yeah.
And then he seems, I think it's trying to make him seem ominous, like he's gonna stab Robin.
Mm-hmm.
But he does the thing where he's got a sword cane.
Yes.
And he puts the sword back in the cane and then clicks it, and it is. Do you want to say the name of the move because you love sword moves?
I'm trying to decipher my writing. I wrote. It's like. Did you write it down?
I did. Yeah.
It's. I don't know what the second word is. It's three verse humming aeronaut slash.
Yeah.
And then he's just like and all the fucking generals are dead.
Just the monkey.
Oh, sorry, just the monkey. Sorry, just the monkey.
Just the monkey.
That's
just
later.
monkey.
That's later. He kills all
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh shit, Brook's a sword boy," and I was excited.
Sword boy Brook. What is that song called? Do we know the name of it?
Binks Brew.
Binks Brew.
Binks
yeah.
Brew. Binks Brew. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put a One Piece song at the end of this episode.
What?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That'd be weird. Murder on the dance floor. Episode 3.
I would be. I would be careful.
49.
I would be careful about googling Binks Brew.
Oh yeah. Spoilers, Michael.
What?
Spoilers, Michael.
Oh. Okay. Sebastian, I need you to find a YouTube video that is not a spoiler and send it to me.
I can do that.
Maybe
It'd
just
also
some
be the
audio.
first time I've heard it.
Oh yeah.
Episode 349. One King Peacedom Hearts.
Nice.
This episode is what I feel like whenever somebody explains Kingdom Hearts to me and how Heartless work.
I mean, this makes. I thought it made complete.
I
thought it made complete sense, Mike.
This episode made complete sense, but is this how it works?
For Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the plot and story in Heartless / nobody structure, but it's kind of in the same vein, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I played the first 2 Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. You should know what a Heartless is and a nobody is. They explain it.
Yeah, it's like somebody gets hit, and then a little goblin comes out, and then also like a little ghost comes out. But sometimes the person is the ghost, and sometimes the goblin is always a goblin.
This is a One Piece podcast.
It's a One Piece podcast.
It's fine. Hey, Mike, I think we have a greater thing to discuss.
Is it how the MVP is again Kamasi because he's fucking killing it?
No.
Chewing up the scenery.
No, we need to talk about how a lot of things.
I got to continue.
A lot of things are dying, Mike. A lot of things are dying. A lot of things and people and creatures are dying.
It was a zombie. It can't die. It was already dead.
No, fuck off. Fuck off, Mike. Things are dead. They use the phrase.
It actually went back to life.
Brook literally uses the phrase, even the dead can be killed if you know their weakness. And then he kills a goddamn spider monkey.
No, he just freed his soul to go back home. So he's still alive.
He freed the soul, but
You can't kill a shadow.
the body is still dead. The creature.
No, my body is just a vessel for my delicious soul juice that I will one day ooze onto the ground.
But
return
the body had to be made out of a dead thing. They talk about that. Hogback is taking like the dead bodies of like great warriors and stuff and making bodies for the
They
souls.
didn't die during One Piece.
Maybe a bunch of different large spider monkey creatures each donated one part of their body.
Of course.
make
And we don't know
this.
that some things aren't just born dead.
Some things are just okay.
That's a
We're
worse,
moving.
That's a worse universe.
That's a worse universe, and we're not going to talk about that. Also, this made me think of that, like when the soul left the spider monkey's body. I just in my head heard the song "When Soul Meets Body" by Death Cab for Cutie. Do you know that song? When soul meets body. Come on, Mike. That should be the end, that should be the end song for this podcast. A lot of souls are. It's fine. You don't like Death Cab for Cutie, Mike?
I don't really know anything about Death Cab for Cutie. It's different than Panic at the Disco. Panic at the Disco is the band from The Greatest Showman. I learned that from you, I think.
What?
Didn't they do the song? Didn't they do the music for didn't Panic at the Disco do the song for Greatest Showman?
I don't think so.
No. I don't know. I like ska. That should be enough for you. Fuck off.
I like ska too.
Brook to the rescue. I did write the note. Even the dead can be killed if you know their weakness.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
But, and hear me out on this one. It's a lot funnier if I continue to deny it.
I guess it's a lot funnier, but is it true?
Yes.
If you're willfully denying the truth, you're deliberately being ignorant. And isn't deliberate ignorance something that is a major problem in society today, Michael? Isn't it something?
Listeners, cover your ears real quick.
All right.
Matt, I'm trying to be the fucking villain. Of course I'm going to be deliberately ignorant. It's like the whole fucking point.
Sebastian, what the fuck are we going to do about this here? I don't know.
He's already put the bear traps out. I can't leave my house.
That's true.
They're nationwide, too.
Nationwide is on your
Big
side.
bear traps. Big bear traps.
Nationwide bear traps are on your side.
I can't believe all the nipples in this episode.
Hey, everyone,
Wow.
you can start listening again now.
Look at all the nipples in this episode. Crazy.
Damn it. There's no nipples.
I went to IKEA and I picked up a stuffed pig and it had so many nipples.
Well, it wasn't in One Piece, so.
Not yet.
Sebastian, how do you feel about the ratio of people dying in One Piece to people with nipples?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't really look for nipples.
It's just because they don't exist.
Yeah, I mean, not that I noticed.
Exactly.
But I don't think I was also not as dedicated to finding ways for people not to be dead as Mike is.
Interesting.
I'm not dedicated. It's just kind of how it happens.
That's true. Yeah. It's just reporting
I'm not
the
dedicated
facts.
to this at all.
Yeah. Mike's
Just stating.
Mike's the people don't die in One Piece villain, and I'm the people don't have nipples in One Piece villain.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Which I genuinely can't remember if anybody has nipples or not.
Exactly.
So I can't. We know Nami does not have nipples.
It's true.
There's no feasible way.
Yeah.
Because we've seen too much.
And we know Luffy doesn't have nipples.
Well, I mean, you guys have done research.
We also know that Zoro doesn't have nipples.
Except for that one gif.
No, he doesn't have nipples.
With the Zoro's bouncy titties.
Anyway, Brook purified the spider monkey is what he says.
Yeah. And also reveals that the webs are weak to fire.
Yeah.
And he makes some skull jokes. He makes a lot of skull jokes, and Robin's not a fan.
Yep. When we hear a lot about his backstory, he says he escaped from Thriller Bark 5 years ago. He had come to Thriller Bark 5 years ago to try to fix his rudder, and there was a kung fu dancer with him at the time who got his shadow stolen.
Put into a marionette who became a kung fu dancer.
Yep. During this whole time, Frankie gets really mad, and he's like, I'm not going to kill him, but I can beat him up. So he beats up Brook.
Yeah, Robin's into that. What's very funny is that Brook is down on the ground and does not miss a beat and continues telling the story.
Yeah, he's like, beat the fuck up, but he just keeps talking. It's great. Coco Maria. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Coco Maria has a shadow fruit.
The shadow fruit.
Yeah.
Hogback makes the corpses out of warriors, and then Coco Maria fills them with the shadows he steals from people.
Yeah. These people are all probably just died from old age, which I do believe can happen. Because that's what happened to Goldie Rogers. He died of old age.
I don't.
Right before he gets stabbed, you can see that he goes, oh, and then he dies of old age.
Right before he's about to get stabbed, he just went, that's it. And then he died of natural causes right before they stabbed his corpse.
Does that make you happy? People only die of natural causes in One Piece.
Right before Wiper bazookaed a bunch of guys in Skypiea, they died of natural causes the moment before. Their hearts stopped from the sight of the bazooka, and then they died. And then it was just their corpse being blown up. They were totally dead right before.
In my defense, I don't think anybody died in Skypiea. Like, literally nobody died in Skypiea. That's the origin of that whole thing. Fucking Skypiea was so aggressively nobody dies.
I hope someone dies Bellamere died from natural causes. Right before Arlong shot her in the face with a gun. She died of natural causes.
Kawina died of old age.
The stairs.
Kawina died of old age before she hit it, and then her corpse just fell down the stairs.
She was a really small 95-year-old.
She didn't actually fall down the stairs at all. Her corpse did.
Her corpse fell down the stairs.
Brook explains that the physical power of a zombie depends on the body, but its abilities depends on the shadow. Like the shadow can copy all the techniques and retains the personality. Oh, God. The Mysterious Three... I just wrote Mystery 3 Luffy Mad.
Perona, Absalom, and Hogback are the Mystery 3, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not really a mystery.
But they're mysterious.
Yeah, they're Coco Maria's like top folks, and then he's basically like, I'm going to be king of the pirates, and then Luffy gets really mad, and he's like, no, you're not. I'm going to be king of the pirates. And then he's like in his like suit of armor he was wearing earlier, and he's wrapped up and he's like doing the worm across the room. And he's just like,
well, Usopp, Nami, and Chopper are listening from inside Kuma, who's in the room too. Or Kamasi. They do the fucking Scooby-Doo corner peek from the side of Kamasi.
Yes.
And everybody's like doing it wrong, but just Chopper's feet and lower body stick out.
It's so good.
It's so fucking funny.
It's very good.
And then Luffy does escape his cage by chewing his way through the bars.
Yes. Coco Maria also he mentions Sanji, and he calls him a leggy blonde.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't recognize him from the picture.
Yes. He's like, who's that leggy blonde? Which made me think of the Flight of the Conchords song, Leggy Blonde. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Leggy, 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 leggy.
I don't know any Death Cab for Cutie, but I do know most of Flight of the Conchords' discography.
I just know that one Death Cab for
I
Cutie
only listen
song.
to parody music, or like whatever that is, funny music. I only listen to Weird Al. Weird Al 24/7 radio.
Don't you say shit about Weird Al. Weird Al's fucking
I'm not
great.
talking shit.
Weird Al is great.
I'm making a joke about my musical interest only being that kind of music.
The one concert I've always wanted to go to is a Weird Al concert. I think it'd be so much fun.
It would be fucking insane for anybody to talk shit about Weird Al.
It would. Sebastian, what are your reviews?
He made
on
a
Weird
better
Al?
version of American Pie.
I have a positive view of Weird Al.
Good.
But I was going to
Everybody
say
does.
that the Longest Johns, I don't know if you've heard of the Longest Johns. They are kind of like a parody sea shanty band.
Ooh.
They have a version of Bink's Brew.
Oh, hell yeah.
What?
Hell yeah. Have you...
That's awesome.
This is unrelated, but I feel like we've talked about them on the podcast. Have either of you heard of Oakley Dokley?
The Ned Flanders metal group.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They're a good time.
Not heard of Oakley Dokley.
Oh, you should check out Oakley Dokley. It's a group. They dress up like Ned Flanders, but then play like...
They all dress up like Ned Flanders.
It's great. It's a good time.
We get some jokes with Sindri just being absolutely ruthless, telling Absalom and Hogback that nobody will ever love them.
Yep.
And I feel like in these episodes, something's up with Sindri. Like,
well, she's
I
a
feel like-
zombie that is disobedient to Coco Maria
Yeah.
and Hogback, so something's going on. Yeah.
my guess is, and it comes up in like one of the other episodes. Hogback mentions that they started this whole operation 10 years ago. Sindri died 10 years ago, so she would have become a zombie roughly in that time. I bet she's the first zombie.
Interesting.
And I bet it's like her soul in there or something. Like she's different.
That's interesting. Do you
Girl's
think
built different.
Perona is a zombie?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she's like a weird. I think she's like a depression fruit,
Yeah.
or a ghost fruit or something.
Interesting.
My guess is that that's the case, or she's just a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. But as Luffy tries to escape, Perona makes him really depressed, and then Luffy's shadow gets taken.
I'm curious.
Snip, snip.
Snip, snip.
This is actually what my vasectomy looked like.
Coco Maria.
Gross.
Did their doctor take the vasectomy fruit?
Yeah, my doctor was also that big.
Do you? Whoa. Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't.
And he had all his friends there to watch.
I don't.
Were you tied up?
I was tied up during my vasectomy, actually. Yeah,
You're tied up, and they pulled your.
they strapped
you're
my
tied
arms
down.
like I was being crucified.
I
think I went to a vet.
got fixed at the vet. When Coco Maria ate the shadow fruit, did they give him scissors? Where did
Probably just bought some at the store.
But
went
why?
to like the Ace Hardware island.
But the scissors are like an integral part of this shadow process. But
you could probably cut it with like a sword or something. It's just easier with scissors.
But why?
I bet he could pull the shadow, but you probably get a little bit of skin with it.
Gross.
So he just snips it to make it cleaner.
The scissors were confusing to me.
Maybe
again,
maybe the
it's
scissors
scarier.
ate the shadow fruit.
Oh yeah, it's not him. It's
the scissors are Coco Maria.
Oh
the
my
scissors
gosh,
ate
what
the
a
shadow fruit, and then Coco Maria came out of it.
I love that with this show. That wouldn't be surprising.
It wouldn't be surprising at all if the scissors were actually Coco Maria. That's fucking great. I love that. All right. Episode 350. Look at us.
Wow.
350.
So,
Congratulations.
Yeah. We're almost nearly halfway through.
No, we're
Kinda. Oh, the horrors.
Horrors. Nice.
That's good, right?
Nice.
Is he called Ols in the manga?
Ols?
No, is he
Ors? His name's Ors.
Yeah, his name's Ors.
Yeah, I know, but they call them. It's like Zolo and Road Town. Like they
Ovals.
they flip the R's and L's all the time. That's a little bit of manga humor.
I like that manga humor.
I like that manga
so
humor.
good.
MVP is Sindri blocking Hogback and also Kumasi.
Kumusi.
You can talk about this
It's
one.
in this moment that Nami, Usopp, and Chopper realize that Coco Maria is the shadow-stealing guy when he steals Luffy's shadow. And they're like, oh, this is the guy that Brook was talking about taking his shadow. Wow.
They pieced it together. The mystery gang solves another one.
They did it. It was interesting. Throughout this, Brook gave all of the backstory to Robin and Frankie, and then just through, context clues, Usopp, Nami, and Chopper came to the same, understanding of what the fuck is going on without being directly told. And I appreciated that very much.
I think Nami, Usopp, and Chopper are definitely the most well-rounded, intelligent people.
Sure.
I think Robin's the smartest.
Yeah, Robin's the smartest. I feel like Frankie has a lot of, common sense, though. Frankie is very...
Yeah,
aware of
Frankie's
what the
also
fuck's
very smart. I think he's similar. Robin is just the kind of person who would watch somebody get their shadow stolen and just nod and then just walk away.
That's fair.
She's just completely silent.
I mean, I think...
A number of times she'd see a threat and just be like, huh.
Yeah, if it wasn't a threat to one of the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Kumasi keeps trying to talk, but Perona won't let him still. And then we hear about, is it Kaido or Kaido?
Kaido,
they mentioned Kaido in the New World beat Coco Maria. Who the fuck is this Kaido?
Yeah. Big Kaido.
And then Coco Maria is all excited because he's going to Tony Hawk his shadows. He's going to do the 900. He's going to do it. If you could edit in the special trick from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater right here, Mike. Coco Maria. That'd be great. You don't have to do that. That's fine. Anyway, he takes a shadow of Luffy's shadow, but I don't know what that... we learned that basically when a shadow is taken from a person, they don't die from Brook. He's telling Robin and Frankie that they need to go back to the ship and regroup because basically they're like, your crew whose shadows have been taken, they're going to bring their bodies back to your ship and send your ship out to sea because that's what they've been doing with everybody else. So you should go back, you can regroup, and then you can come back and formulate a plan to defeat Coco Maria and everybody else. They'll be a little exhausted, but they'll get their strength back and you can mount a fight.
Because did you say that if the body dies, the shadow dies?
Yeah. Yep.
if you die in the game, your shadow dies in real life.
Exactly. Brook also reveals he hands over 2 little small sacks to Robin and Frankie of salt. And he says, it's the only way to defeat the zombie is with salt. Salt unbinds the shadow form from the zombie. And then I was like, oh, good thing Sanji got all that fucking all salt from the post-Ennie's Lobby arc, which is exciting. He's got, like, bags of salt at the ship.
Oh, that's what they were taking off the ship.
I think that's what they were taking, is they were taking food, and then they were taking the bags of salt.
Yeah, oh shit, that's cool.
Well, I don't know if they took the bags of salt. I know they took the food. They might have
they were carrying a lot of burlap sacks, and that's what all the salt was in?
Yeah, they had, like, a bunch of big bags of salt that Sanji had, acquired when they were with drunk old Chef Man. Anyway, 5 years ago, Brook fought his own shadow. I didn't write down his shadow's name.
Fuck, Matt.
What?
I take it all back. It's gonna be hype as fuck when Zoro and Sanji have to fight their animal counterparts.
Yeah.
I want to see Sanji struggle against that penguin.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
They're gonna fight against each other. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh my god! What if they don't fight against their own?
They fight against each other's. So it's Zoro versus Sanji and Sanji versus Zoro. Isn't that super fucking fun? Yeah.
I want you to listen to me.
What?
You were right.
I was right. He said it, Sebastian. You heard it.
Recorded
on the libraries. Recorded in the Dewey Decimal System.
Maybe I should bleep that.
Edit it out.
Don't you dare bleep it. No. Vindication.
Redacted.
Put Tony Hawk sounds over it.
Son of a bitch.
Frankie has a question for Brook, but we cut away as soon as Brook does a dramatic turn.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else there.
I mean, the only thing is, like, Brook fought his own shadow 5 years ago, and now he's like, I'm back. He's like, I made the decision. I'm back to, like, take my shadow back, and I'm back to finish what I started 5 years ago. We cut back. Coco's going to find a body in the fridge.
He's not worried about Brook at all.
He's not worried about, the spider mice bring Luffy's body back to the ship.
Would you say that this fridge is like a door to darkness?
Yes, it is a door to darkness. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go.
It's Donald Duck healing you.
Tony Hawk sound.
Hey, now you don't have to edit it in. You just say the words Tony Hawk sound.
You don't have to do it, Mike. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Zombie Zoro's still bad at directions. Jigaro. Frankie and Robin are running. Frankie's
crying.
Frankie's fucking crying. He's like, that guy Brook's so fucking cool. He's the coolest guy.
He's like, I love that guy so much.
Yeah. And then this is where it happens.
Yeah, this is your shit right here.
Brook's in the hallway with all the, like, wacky, wavy, inflatable painting folks who are like, ooh, we're zombies. And Brook just, like, and just, like, kills every single one, releasing all of their souls as he, like, just, like, scoots through the hallway, killing all of them. And then immediately they're all dead, and he's like, dead bodies! And then he gets really scared and then runs away.
We also get him, like, remembering that the reason he fell was because he encountered his shadow again.
Right.
And he, like, knocked him out of a window.
Right.
His shadow doesn't seem to want to kill anybody, which is interesting.
No, well, it's Brook's shadow.
So it must be like a core trait of Brook, is that he doesn't want to kill people. Hogback talks at length about the body he found, calls it the continent killer. It was found in a land of ice, and Chopper's like, what? Like, this catches Chopper's attention.
He's the only being to be called the devil.
Yeah, and this dude looks like it. This is a big, scary man.
He's a big boy.
The fucking fridge, too, is like the hangers that they have the Evas in Avas, whatever they're called, in Evangelion. Mm-hmm. So I think this might be Luffy's mom.
This is Crocodile.
This is Crocodile.
This is Crocodile.
Yeah, Ors, big guy.
Ors is a big guy.
Is he as big in the novel adaptation, Sebastian? How big is he?
Yeah, I mean, I would say he's the size of a building.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's true.
Yeah, he's like Elbaf warrior size.
Mm.
It seems like.
I think he's
maybe
bigger.
not that big.
I think he's bigger.
You think he's bigger?
Yeah, because Coco Maria is pretty fucking big. And
yeah, but Coco Maria is not Elbaf like giant sized.
No, he's quite large, and then he looks fucking tiny next to Ors.
Yeah.
Just saying. Episode 351.
That's gonna let you ride that one out. My title for this one is: Would you let Robin force salt down your throat?
Yes.
That wasn't a question. That was the title.
Well, that
MVP
I
is
was
salt,
answering
but
it like
also
a question. I said yes.
MVP was salt, but also Kamasi.
Kamusi.
Kamus.
His name's Kamusi. His name's Kamusi.
Coco Maria he goes up to Ors to shove the Luffy in him. We see everybody's reaction, but it sits on Sindri for a little bit, and I forget if it's. She threatens to break the plates in Hogback's knees.
Yeah.
At some point during this episode. The Luffy shadow agrees to work for Coco Maria. Oh, yeah. I have a note. Sindri still seems to hold on to the past because she, is fixated on the plates. And Hogback's like, you see? Look he can let go. Why don't you let go? Why can't we eat from plates?
Then
that's where I have the theory that she's, the first zombie.
Yeah.
Something's up with her.
Okay. Then we have 5 goddamn minutes of just,
Ors waking up.
Of Ors waking up. I was like, is this going to be the whole episode? It was literally, it just
kinda.
kept fucking going. It's Sebastian. It was literally
Not
just like
a lot.
Yeah.
And then
for 5 minutes.
Then there's 10 minutes of just zombie shenanigans after that. Not a lot happens in this episode, honestly.
Basically, Ors waking up, he opens his eyes. As that happens, Usopp, Nami, and Chopper fall out of Kamusi, and they're spotted. And then Ors is moving, and then a giant ice block falls down on top of Hogback, and then he yells, "Meat!" Because it's Luffy, so he wants meat.
As he yells, Frankie almost gets Kawina down the stairs.
It's true.
And then we cut back to Ors, who yells so hard and so long that he creates a wind tunnel that blows Usopp, Nami, and Chopper away.
Yeah. He yells, "I'm hungry." And then he also yells, "Sanji, food." Wait, who's Sanji?
Nami, Usopp, and Chopper are running away. Chopper's pissed. He's really angry at Hogback for his unethical doctoring. Absalom chases after them, catches up, and lights Usopp and Chopper on fire when they're going down the stairs.
Yes.
And again, I don't know what this is. Maybe he has a devil fruit power, and it's the
invisible
light people
fruit
on fire fruit while also being invisible. Light people on fire while also being invisible fruit.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he just has a slingshot and he can do Firebird stars. I don't know.
He might just be throwing shit at him really fast.
Maybe. But he grabs Nami, starts to turn invisible. Usopp tries to do a Viper Star 6, but Absalom...
He busts out the Kabuto.
Yeah. The big Kabuto staff.
And Chopper notices and he's like, wait, isn't that...
Isn't that Sniper King's staff?
Yeah.
Must have given it to Usopp.
But then the zombies appear, and they're all surrounding Chopper and Usopp as Absalom runs away with Nami. And it seems like all hope is lost, but then Robin and Frankie appear and start purifying zombies.
Mom and Dad to the rescue.
And Frankie yells, "Get your filthy, rotten hands off my bros!"
Man.
That's basically it.
That's pretty much it. Everyone's like, "Oh, they took Nami," and Robin's like, "We'll get her back. It's fine."
Yeah.
She'll probably just tase him again.
Bzz, 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 bzz.
And those are the episodes.
We did it.
Sebastian, what was your favorite episode?
Oh boy, my favorite episode. It's so confusing. I'm jumping back and forth because the Nami, or sorry, not the Nami, the Robin Frankie interaction with the spider monkey happens all at once. They don't cut from that in the manga.
Interesting.
I think that whole interaction is the best, where they blow up the bridge, and then the monkey's just like, "I'm just gonna make another bridge," and then they blow up that bridge.
Wait, they blow up the monkey bridge in the manga?
I guess they don't blow up the bridge. Frankie Sauce can melt steel beams. He burns the webbing.
Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, that's definitely a standout moment in all this. Getting to see those two interact more too is it's nice. I like that the Straw Hats always tend to break up into weird groups, so we get to see the different dynamics of everybody interacting.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
It's fun.
And Spider Monkey fight is also where you see that Brook is not the bard. He's not just the bard. He's also the fighter.
Yeah, bards can fight.
He's a sword bard.
Not like that.
He multi-classed.
You just gotta spec him well.
He multi-classed. He's a bard, but then he also took some levels in fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got more of a
rogue.
Some rogue stuff going on. Dungeons and Dragons, baby. Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway, hey folks, there's no game today. Hey. No game. We haven't done a game in a while. Remember the last time we did a game?
We'll do a game today.
Remember the game?
I'll put a game up.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Oh God. Is this all right? Well,
yeah.
Well, for now, we'll do some transponder snails.
We're gonna do transponder snails first, and then we'll do a game.
We've got one.
So we're gonna start
for 2.5.
2.5 transponder snails. Yeah.
Yeah.
From two familiar names. Again. All right. So the first one here is from a transponder audio snail from our buddy King.
What's up, King?
And it's interesting. Are you guys both listening?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm starting it now.
Pere 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 pere. Pere 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 pere. Pere 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 pere.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What? Are you on the phone now?
Baby, please never die.
Yeah, but how the fuck does that apply?
They never did. Okay, look. Anyways, I'm gonna be BRB. I know we're doing this little Warzone thing, but I just gotta take this call real quick. Just real quick. It's a podcast.
Well, hurry up. I think they're passing over another strike.
Whew.
What the
Sorry
fuck?
about that. But now that we're alone, do you think Pluto, the dog, the little nigga on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, you think he just didn't want to pay taxes and shit and didn't want to talk? Because, he's an animal just like everybody else. God, I don't see why he just
There's a
did
reference
it.
for Pluto's Mickey Mouse Funhouse.
Well, shit, I said nigga earlier. Maybe I should have just said guy. The last game I want to play is what race does this cartoon dog remind you of? Because that answer is never funny. Yeah, right? Yeah, alright. Glad we all agree. Fuck, you guys won't believe this shit, but your boy actually joined the Revolutionary Army.
Whoa.
Remember, kids, The powers here are a bunch of geriatric bastards clogging up the airways for any true change and should be put down like dogs in the street. And then somewhere here it says I'm supposed to play that off as if I'm joking. Okay, and then oh yeah. Congratulations, guys, on making it to Thriller Bark, which showcases some of the best and worst of One Piece, I think.
Oh, no.
And by worst, I mean the sex criminals. But moving on to the one and only pervert worth redeeming, and that's Brook, baby. I love that funky music, man. And I'd much rather get a beer with anyone, that has like a Brook profile pic, much rather than Sanji, because as much as I love that little misguided little French boy, he has his off days. Really unfortunate off days. But what I love most about Brook is that he has this admittedly weird, and emphasis on weird, fucking all caps on weird, weird ass running joke, okay? But it doesn't really make me feel like icky because he doesn't like linger in it. Characters like Roshi and Jiraiya cross that line way too often and make me want to fucking puke, despite them having like fantastic traits. Otherwise, them being fucked in the head in this one specific just fucked up ass way. Brook, makes this weird ass proposition and moves on. It's not lingering. It's no obsession over it. It's just kind of a funny, weird uncle to character. I don't know. Now that is from what I remember, and I did originally watch this show in middle school, so hopefully I don't have to prove myself wrong. Nothing, will be worse than worse than.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Looks like it's the end of the road for me. Wait! Oh no! Don't stand in front of the laser. What? No!
Oh no!
Bitch, why'd you have to go and be a hero?
So you can.
We joined the Revolutionary Army, put down these government dogs. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, my love. Before you drift off into that sweet void. Can you answer a question real quick? This One Piece podcast was wondering if we fuck.
Oh, absolutely. When I come back, we gotta do some ghost busting.
Okay, let's get marriage high five in. Marriage. Well, guys, I've got government agents to assassinate, so toodaloo. And remember, guys, the government is the bad guys. They're the bad guys. Bad guys, bye. Okay.
So no Frankie mention?
What do you mean no Frankie mention?
Talking about One Piece and there's no Frankie mention.
Okay. You're dead.
My fucking
that was
God.
So incredible.
This can't fucking stand. They can't be funnier than us, Matt. That's not cool. Our fans can't be funnier can't send in full audio play things and also be funnier than us.
I am completely bought in. What's gonna happen next? Oh my goodness!
Holy shit!
Oh my god! Let's go! Oh, that was incredible.
King fucks confirmed.
King fucks confirmed.
Oh my god!
Now we have to ask the question: does anyone actually die in the Fun Piece universe?
Yeah. Does anyone actually die in the Fun Piece universe? I guess not.
We have killed a few historians, but never takes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was. Oh my god.
That was incredible. Holy shit, dude.
You did ask.
Kudos to both of you.
You did ask people who listen to the podcast to let us know if they fuck. So like,
I asked and I fucking meant it.
Yeah, and King delivered. So.
Yeah. Good. I'm proud of you.
That was awesome. That was so good. Great.
Oh my god.
As a quick little addendum, King did say in the transponder snail, to clarify, when I said Brook is like an uncle, I meant in the corny sense, not in the hacky ass sexual assault.
Sex offender.
old school water cooler bitway. Also, I'm calling it now. There's going to be another big Zorro conversation, and I'm hyped for it. Zorro conversation.
Is it about how Zorro's the worst character in One Piece?
You go fuck yourself, Michael. Zorro's great. I cannot wait. Sebastian, is that true? Is there going to be a Zorro conversation?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
I'm sure there's going to be another one. There's probably going to be a lot of them.
If that motherfucker yells at Chopper one more goddamn time, I'm gonna reach into the screen. I'm gonna choke on myself. I can't.
Whatever, Mike. Anyway, King also sent another transponder snail along just in response to Mike talking about Jujutsu Kaisen last episode. Mm-hmm. And King said, JJK, if y'all let anyone but me come on the podcast for a JJK rant, violence. That's all I'm going to say. And then, in quotes, just said, this message was sent on the clock and about an hour after a near-death experience, so forgive the vagueness or don't. Your body, your podcast.
Fucking Christ. God, I hope you're okay.
I hope you're okay, and it had nothing to do with the world government taking on you as a member of the Revolutionary Army. Hope you're okay.
God, yeah. I hope that's not a real near-death experience.
Yes. Oh my God.
Nobody needs that.
Thank you for sending a message on the clock, though.
Thank you, and all the editing.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Just turn up your mic levels so I don't have to edit it in Audacity right before recording. It's just like I have to bump up the mic levels.
Wow. Mike just continuing to be the villain. Just fueling that rage where you're going to have to fight King on top of a Denny's.
It's all just the next one is going to be him breaking levels for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Can't breathe.
We got to thank you again. Congrats on the fucking. We got another email from I forget how to pronounce it every time. T-Gen. Okay, I always want to be fancy with it. T-Gen. It's fine. Sorry I didn't send a transponder snail for a bit. I decided to dial it back after you did 2 of mine on the same episode. One of the greatest compliments I can give you guys is the knowledge that you've totally got me saying it's fine in the same tone and usage you guys do. I don't think I even noticed that we do that.
I've noticed we were like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That is absolutely a Matt thing.
I say things, and Historian has said this, and I feel like we might have said this on the podcast. I say things in a tone, and then apparently people adopt it.
I think I've adopted a lot of Matt-isms.
I say it's fine like that, and then I also say fucking right before I say a question phrase, whatever. I just say fucking, and then Anyway,
I've been doing lots of it's okay.
It's okay.
That's all right. It's fine.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Wholesale taken from a TikTok. Yeah. Anyway, continuing. Even better, I've said it so much, it has got my brother saying it now too, and he doesn't even listen to your podcast because he's decided he's only going to watch the anime up to where he's seen in the live action.
That's not that many episodes.
He won't be able to stop.
He won't.
He'll keep going.
No, once he gets there,
He watched the live action before me and loved it, so I've been watching it with him and his wife, and they have no idea what I was talking about when I was calling Big Lips Phil Big Lips Phil, and my brother is confused why I hate Clawhador so much. That shouldn't be confusing. I feel like the writing is on the wall there. Yeah. Sign off, Dunkachino, Raw Dog the Flan, Big Piss, T-Gen, Heart.
Big Piss. Big Piss. Dunkachino, Raw Dog the Flan, Big Piss. That's a good stuff.
Big
a year and a half.
Cold piss, hot flan, Don Flamingo. What?
A year and a half ago, folks could never even dream of
raw dogging,
crafting the phrase "Dunkachino, raw dog the flan, big piss," and now here we are. A person we've met for moments in person once is sending us a transponder snail.
My prediction, Matt, like the greatest artists of our time and times long past, it is not until we leave this mortal coil that this podcast gets the recognition for being the statement that it is in the annals of human history, in the anal of human history.
The canals of human history.
And the and the camusi of human history. It's just like
And the Dunkachussi of Flamingo Cussy.
I don't listen to any other anime podcasts, but I can only assume that we are revolutionizing the entire space.
Maybe. Or we're just doing
Maybe.
similar
I think I
stuff,
just had a
but then
stroke.
also just raw dogging the flan that is the English language.
Yeah, I bet no other anime podcast has said raw dogging the flan, big piss, and Dunkachino all in the same episode.
Be the change you wish to be and see in the world.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We said it.
You know, can our goal for this podcast be to get the Dunkachino back? Do you think we could get sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh, shit. That is like a really great, like, low stakes goal.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, so if we had a large enough fan base, which we don't, but if we ever do, could we weaponize
But they're so
them
strong.
to just
We
get
have
the
a strong
Dunkachino
fan
back?
base.
We're a strong fan base. Everybody, get
We're
out
global.
there and just hashtag any social media post, hashtag Dunkachino. Let's get it back.
We know about you German listeners who haven't written in. We know.
Yeah, we know.
We see you.
We see your percentage on our listeners.
We haven't heard from Sweden in a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listeners in Sweden, please get our regional coffee chain to bring back a limited time drink.
We got I think 2 people in Chile, and like come on, help us out.
It's fine.
We need you. Give us your power. Give us your energy. Send us $5 each
We are creating a spirit ball
of your money.
of Dunkachino.
Dunkachino.
A Dunkachino spirit bomb, and we need to
Oh my God.
unleash it upon the earth. So,
Rain it down over my body.
rain. That is the gift that Mike gets at the end of the Mike hunt. Is you get
It's a Dunkachino.
there's a Dunkachino dunk tank.
Ooh, what's the temperature?
It's hot.
Like as hot as a Dunkin'
Yes.
Donuts hot chocolate, because like
piping.
if you touch it with your bare skin, you'll die.
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah! Finally,
Maybe that's the goal of the Mike hunt, is to capture Mike and get him in the Dunkachino dunk tank.
it's all I've wanted. It's
Give him his dream. Give Mike his dream.
Then finally, my son can become a doctor. Just make sure you dip me in front of a king so he feels a little bad. Do it in front of Joe Biden. Go to Joe Biden's house, wherever he lives, and dunk me in front of Joe
Yeah, where
Biden and then
does
pull my
Joe
skeleton
Biden
out.
live?
No,
Where could he
no.
possibly live?
No. Where could he?
I'm kidding. He's in the big house.
We're gonna set up a Dunkachino. It's fine. No, we should. I feel like it's fine.
Al Pacino's house, in front of Al Pacino's house.
I was gonna. I don't need to advocate for where one of our listeners lives, but I think that the king that you were describing is King himself. We will dunk Mike in the Dunkachino
Oh my
tank in front of King. King will lead the charge of the Mike hunt.
Yeah, probably.
And be the one to dunk Mike in the Dunkachino dunk tank.
As long as I get dunked head first so I can taste it as I die.
You know what's terrible?
Dunk tanks?
Those
Those are scary without scalding
I love
hot
Dunk
chocolate.
Tank. Dunk Tank's great. Dunk Tank's a good time. I had a dream the other day that I found the SD card with the cooking episode on it. And I woke up and I was still half asleep and I was like, I can't believe I found it. And then I realized that it was a dream and I was really sad.
Aw, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Someday I'll find it. Or I won't.
Those
I ate it.
are the two possibilities.
It will continue to be the One Piece of. It's the Fun Piece of the One Piece podcast. The Fun Piece podcast. Fun Piece, One Piece, Fun Piece.
If you want to see the cooking episode, follow us at Fun Piece Podcast on Instagram or TikTok. Send us transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com and send me $5. Just put it in an envelope and throw it out your window. I will find it.
And I'll put it in my mouth.
Matt will put it in his mouth. Did we record the thing about you and your fingers?
Yeah, I think we did. Or maybe
Okay,
no,
I can't
maybe we
remember.
didn't.
That was before. That was before.
That was
before the podcast.
Well, boys, we're just gonna let that one simmer in a pot of mystery. Matt, what's the One Piece?
The One Piece is the Dunkachino Dunk Tank. Oh, the Dunkachino Dunk Tank.
I don't have anything else funny to say, Sebastian.
If you see a small foxy figure on a bear trap, don't touch it. It's only for Mike.
Yeah, that's mine. You fuckers.
If it's any other figurine on a bear trap, you can take it.
I don't want that one. It's the foxy one. All right. I probably should have ended on the sign off.
Let's do the whoops, whoop-a-doos, 900. Pow.